Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Abundant Investor Wednesday. Today we have with us two fabulous gentlemen, Rob Gaudet and Alan Seto. And we have known Rob and Alan for quite some time back in our training days at Legacy. We have some really good stories that I don't think we can probably share due to what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But anyway, these two gentlemen have been fired up. They've been doing lots of joint venture partners and raising capital, which is something that we all have to do at some point. I know when I got started, I figured I was just going to do this on my own. And quite quickly, after about 2 or 3 properties, I went, okay, I need other people's money. So Rob and Alan, like, they're the gurus. They know how to find the money. So what we like to do is find out from them, but I'm going to have Shelley ask some questions. Shelley, you want to take it away?
All right, thanks, Nina. Hey, great to see you guys, Rob and Alan. And yeah, we thought it would be a good opportunity to have you come and talk to our audience a little bit about, how did you guys get started? Because I know fairly early on in your career, you met, you were not partners initially, you met at some training symposium, decided to get together, and then you guys kind of took off with your business. And I think it's a great story to tell our audience, who we have a lot of people that are just getting into real estate investing. Some have been there for a while, so if you could just let us know, how did you guys get started to begin with?
I think
I'll let you go, Rob.
all the credit actually for us meeting goes to Alan, because he reached out to me at a class that we were taking, and we sort of lost touch after that. And then he put it out on social media. We were both going about our own thing, and I guess we were stalling to some degree. And he put it out there on Facebook that he wanted to start a mastermind, sort of an accountability group, and bounce ideas off one another. And he and I clicked right away, and we started working together. And I think it only took us a few months, maybe 4 months, to get our first 3 rent-to-owns under our belt from there on. And things just started moving quickly from there. And it's been a roller coaster ride. It's been an awesome time. We've had so much fun. We've made so many deals. We've had such an opportunity to find our creative selves in doing this business. And again, you know what? I'll put a lot of the credit when it comes to the creativity of designing the deals on Alan, because he's just phenomenal at what he does. And we just complement one another. We're 2 very different people. He's very analytical. I'm very passionate. I will get emotional about things much quicker than he will. But we rein each other in when one of us goes off in one direction, and we'll push each other to really move forward on projects. So it's been quite the ride.
Well, that's great. And Alan, do you have anything you would like to add?
Yeah, just to kind of piggyback what Rob was saying, like, definitely what he was saying when we got together, when we first started in that mastermind, it was because we were getting kind of stuck doing our own thing. As Rob mentioned, we are 2 very different people, 2 very different personalities. I think on my end, it was more the kind of getting out of my comfort zone, getting out, talking to people, which Rob is very good at. He's always been, I'm sorry, my dog is barking in the back. But Rob is just very good at that, and has always been open to just having conversations with people, which is always a work in progress for me to do. And I think for Rob's end, it was more, getting stuck in the details, or not getting stuck in the details, and trying to analyze deals and understanding what looks like a good deal versus a bad deal. And when we just kind of paired our strengths and like put those pieces together, is when we really started going. And as Rob said, it was just a matter of months before we started talking to more people, understanding the deals a lot better. And right away, those first, I think, 3 or 4 deals were rent-to-own deals where we found joint venture partnerships, and we were able to finance those deals with none of our own money. It was, great. We got people to go on title, put up the capital, As you know, rent to own lease option deals are great cash flow. So even when you bring on additional people, it still makes a whole lot of sense for everybody. Win, 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 win across the board for us, the investors, the sellers of the house, the tenant buyers that we put in. And we've just grown from there. We've got into bigger projects with multifamily, where we're raising capital for those deals as well. So it's been really nice. We kind of just push each other, and like Rob says, when one of us, just needs a little push forward or to be reined in, we're able to do that, and it's been working really well. I think for like 6 years now, we've been working together.
Well, I think he makes a couple of really good points between the two of you, and one of them is the mastermind. When you first get into this business, especially, you may not have a lot of support from your family and friends because they don't understand what it is that you're doing with your new business. So I think it's a great idea to get together with like-minded people and find a team that you can share stuff with. And especially during these times we've been going through with COVID, you can't get out and network and meet people in person in a lot of cases. So it's a great way to keep your energy going, keep the ideas flowing, and just have someone to bounce things off of. Number two that I think you made, a point that you made, is that your success has been the fact that you are two very different people, and that their skills that you both brought from your previous lives helped you build your business, and the two of you worked very closely together and doing that. So I think those things are really important. I think those are good things to highlight too for the people that are listening here today. The other thing I'd like to ask you though is, so you mentioned you've had a lot of joint venture partners that helped you grow your business. How do you find these people? And kind of how do you start the conversation?
Yeah, okay, I'll go. I have a couple of thoughts on that. And it's kind of just a very similar theme than what you were just saying, Shelley. I think what really worked for Rob and I is we didn't necessarily just start talking to people because we're like, we need to find a joint venture partner. We're more just, we want to get to know people. We want to talk to people, what their goals are, what they envision, if they're real estate investors or not, just how do they start, just understanding people, and not from a business partnership, please can you invest in our deals kind of thing. It's more like we want to get to know you, and if there's good synergy there, then maybe we take it to the next level and we can start talking about deals and stuff. But without that, and I think this is why Rob and I worked well together, it's not like, let's be partners, let's be business partners, and let's, go out and do real estate and invest. It was like, hey, what are you working on? What am I working on? Like, where are you having trouble? And we just started these conversations, and it just evolved from there. And it's been the same with our joint venture partners. So I, on top of all the things you mentioned, Shelley, about, working with people, and I don't think you necessarily need to find like your opposite to have it work. I think the most important thing is to work with people you like, work with people that you get along with, because there will be times, and believe me, when Rob and I say we've worked well together, we've had very heated conversations on multiple occasions, but we can still come back from that and do things like this and still realize like we still like each other, we still respect each other, we're still aiming towards the same goal, but we're going to have disagreements. Things are going to go not as planned or bad in some cases, but if we don't like each other, those times it goes bad, they're going to go really bad. We're not going to be on the same page. We're not going to want to work together. So just having that base foundation of respect and common goals has been great for Rob and I, and for the people we work with.
And if I can just add to that, when we've spoken to investors about whether it's a joint venture or a second mortgage or whatever the scenario is, we've had the conversation where it's been organic. We've developed a relationship with them, and then we've gone and put together a package that makes sense, where they understand where they're going to make money, how they're going to make money, how they're going to get paid, what their protection is, all of that. So by the time we even get to the numbers, they're feeling comfortable and they're feeling protected because they have that relationship with us. Whereas I think some people, and we may have done it in the very beginning as well. I think we did once, where we just put out the investor package. Do you want to invest in this? And why would somebody invest in you? They don't know you. It's not just about the numbers. It has to be about the numbers, but there has to be that level of trust and confidence in the people behind the numbers as well. And that's what we are really good at. We put the whole package together, from the relationship, the confidence, and the numbers to back it up. And that's where we found our success. That's where we found our niche. And we have people coming back to us and back to us and back to us, not because of the numbers, but because they like us. And we do what we say what we do.
I think that's really key. Anything in life really is about relationships, right? It really should be about people and having people that you can, that you like and you can work with. And it goes both ways too, right? You might have an investor. I've had investors that come forward and they had lots of money. You know, one guy had up to $3 million to put into my business. But really, once I started working with him, we were not compatible to work together. I just did not feel comfortable moving ahead with them. So I think you bring up just such a good point. It has to be a synergy on both sides too, when you're doing that. And, you know, it's been really good to see the two of you on this interview together, because there obviously is some synergy between you. We've known you for a long time, but we don't often get a chance to see the two of you together at the same time, you know, working, because, you know, the physical location, we're in Western Canada, you guys are in Eastern Canada, but I can really tell that there's a compatibility and a deep, you know, friendship and respect for each other.
There is. You don't choose your family. You know, you have your family, but you can choose your friends, and you can allow people into your lives. And I count myself as blessed to have met Alan, and that he's my partner and my friend.
Right.
And you make a very good point there, Shelley. I think especially for newer investors, and we definitely went through this at the beginning too, is knowing when to say no, especially to money. If someone's like, yeah, we'll invest you, like, is to really ask yourself, is this a good fit? Is this someone I want to work with for the next, you know, 3 years, if that's the length of the term? Because sometimes it really is not worth it. So I totally agree that just trying to make that assessment, if it's worth it, if you're going to say no to it, or more importantly, if you're going to say yes to it, that it's the right fit.
Very good point.
Yeah.
Very good point. Well, thank you very much for coming on with us today. I think it has been extremely valuable, I think, for our listeners to have you guys here and talk about, you know, how you got started. Everybody, you know, has different things that happen in their life and how they get into this business. So it's always good to share, you know, those stories. Wouldn't you say, Nina?
Yes, and the word that was popping in my mind the whole time was synergy, right? You guys have that symbiotic synergy that's not just with yourself, but also with your partners, which is great because it also creates abundance, which is something we all want to have and to give out. So I think this has been fabulous, and it was so great to see you guys. The energy is just amazing. How does everyone find you guys if they want to partner with you or have a chat with you? How can everyone find you guys?
I think email is the best way. If when we post this, if you want to add our email addresses to the notes, that would probably be best.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Excellent. Can you say your email address right now, quick?
Yeah. So it's Robert, or just Robert at buildingblocksrei.com and Alan at buildingblocksrei.com.
Excellent. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Any parting words you want to say to our followers?
Get out there and meet people, talk to people, get faced. I know it's hard during COVID times, but you know what? If you can get a group of people together on a Zoom call and look people in the eye and get a sense of who they are and let them see who you are and discuss what opportunities out there that you want to jump on, you'll get ahead that much further. Just sending out emails or notes like that, that's not how you build your business. Get out and speak to people. Get out face to face and find out who you're dealing with, and let people know who they're dealing with. A lot of people know how to put together a deal. You know what? Get the trust and get the confidence, get the relationship going, and then the numbers will follow.
Excellent, excellent advice. Thank you guys
Yeah,
so very much.
absolutely.
So from Shelley and I, thank you everyone for listening. Thank you to Rob and Alan, and hope you guys all have an abundant day. See you next time.
Bye. Bye,
Thank you.
everybody.
Bye. Bye-bye.